Um, okay, so a fellow YouTuber asked me, in regards to a response video, um, what do I intend to do to change the way things are? Um, and to break that down is what do I intend to do to change, like, the young people having children, the thugs, the male who leaves behind the family, so on and so forth. Now, I myself, when I first put these things up, I was like, I'm not gonna get too personal because there are like a million, actually more like tens of millions of people who are on YouTube. However, I believe it's gotten personal because I'm gonna talk about no shit that I have no business talking about. I mean, look at me and look at my videos. Um, what I intend to do is, of course, I am a counselor at a church that, actually a local church right up the street from where I live. Um, I meet with a group of kids every Saturday, and we talk about self-esteem issues, confidence issues, things that go on in the household that kids may be apprehensive to talk about with their parents or a sibling or whatever the case be. And the group ranges from, well, I have one 7-year-old, and that's the only person we have under 10, and then we have from 12 to about 17. And we touch on things like music and, what we all think about the new artists, Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, um, Soldier Boy, things like that. And believe it or not, I can see why parents say that their kids keep them young, because they really do keep me young. They really keep me up on top of my shit. All kids need these days is a role model. And we know, for a fact that kids tend to listen to outside advice before they listen to their parents because, they feel like their parents are biased in opinions. Like if I was to tell a 15-year-old boy he was handsome, and his mom were to tell him he was handsome, that's two different things because he feels as though his mom is supposed to say that. She's supposed to think he's, the most debonair gentleman in the world. But if it comes from me, then that's different because I guess he feels, I could tell him he's ugly, you know. But he is a handsome young man, and he needs to know that. And as well as every young woman and young man, they need to know that they are respected as a part of society in order to feel as though they belong in society. Now, young people take advantage of young people in the most major way. Let me explain. Public schools, kids don't have choices on where they attend school. So if you live in Brooklyn, in like one of the bad areas of Brooklyn that, like Bed-Stuy, you have to go to the school that's in your district or that's in your county or in your parish, and that's the law. And if you go to another school, then I believe you have to pay for it, um, or or you have to like fake your address or something. Some of these kids do stuff like that, but for the kids who don't and only have the public buses or school buses to rely on, they have to go in the area that they're designated to. Now, in these areas, schools waste the money, man. The teachers come in. First of all, half the teachers there are like teachers who just got out of college, and they kind of have to get in those hours of hands-on kind of deal. Like, if we go to the urban areas, a lot of those schools have teachers who were assigned to that school for the experience, of course. And there are teachers, veteran teachers too, who's been there for like 10 years and who's just given up on these children I've had kids tell me that they know their teacher gets drunk, and I had a drunk teacher, but it was my Photoshop teacher. She was a good, it was photography. She was a good teacher. But she liked the taste, and I guess sometimes things got stressful, and but that's not the point. When you're teaching English and you're getting drunk or you're getting blasted at lunch or before class, you kind of, kids can feel the vibe. You don't understand. Kids are the most spiritually in tune, even though they don't know exactly how to express that. They know what vibes are being given off. So if a teacher's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna teach the kids up front who wanna learn, fuck the back of the room, kids are gonna feel that, and they're gonna be like, you know what, fuck this teacher. If he's gonna like call on them or let them do whatever, and he's not even throwing back the effort to reach us. And then of course you have your boring teachers who are just 100% ineffective. And I used to get mad at kids who said the teachers were boring, but in a sense, if you're enthusiastic in the beginning of your career and you're like, okay, I want to teach kids for the rest of my life, you have to understand how the child's mind works. You can't just go in and say, I'm going to read straight from the textbook. As a teacher, you have to know what stimulates these kids' minds. And for the school system to keep these type of ineffective teachers should be fired. There's a No Child Left Behind Act going on in the South. I did a stint of high school in the South. The No Child Left Behind is bullshit, complete and utter bullshit. What they do is they try to get you on a fast track, like just to get you out of school. It's not even anything. It's something a sophomore could do to get out of high school early, honestly. And if I'm glad children don't know this, but it's just a way to kind of say, okay, fine, get out of my sight, basically. But then it fucks the child up in the future because one, your child now doesn't know geometry because the teacher was so bent on getting him out of school that math is a very structural thing. You need math. You really, really need math. And these schools are doing whatever it takes, and then you have the school board going to whoever to get more money. And the thing, it's not more money. There are kids in Africa in one. The student to teacher ratio can be like 40-1, but these kids come out bright than a motherfucker. Same thing in China. These kids 50-1 teacher, and they come out brighter than a motherfucker. But America is the only country who believes that money rules all. Money comes before a child's education. Money. It's fucking insane. It's absolutely insane. And then the kids who are of money or come from money or high place in the political world, they get introduced and actually recruited by these charter schools with the $1 billion funding, with the like 10-1 student ratio, with the brand new textbooks. And I mean, it's a complete and utter bullshit. That's what it's come to. Seriously, it's a shame. And I think a lot more parents need to get interactive, and you need to voice your opinions. You need to start stepping up for your kids. This is the future we're talking about. Yeah, you're gonna be dead one day, and they're gonna be here to inherit the earth, but God damn it, don't you want your child to be in good hands in the future? Wouldn't you want your child to have that education? Wouldn't you want your child's child to have that education? That's why America's so fucking stupid and materialistic and all this bullshit, because we're letting dumbass kids take over. Basically. I don't know what to say. I just thank the heavens, thanks to the stars that my upbringings were solid and that I have that moral structure. But yeah, that's what we all need to do. We all need to start paying more attention to our youth, even if they're not our kids. We need to, guide them in the right direction. But that's about it for today. Tell me what you think.